Hello and welcome to another edition of the House of Jones podcast. I'm joined by Vick once again.
Hello, it is I, Vick. I have returned for the second episode of the House of Jones podcast.
Yes, I figure you guys probably don't want to hear me talk about myself, so we're jumping in with Vick again. And since it is the spooky season, we are talking horror video games primarily. We'll probably talk a little bit more about other stuff as we go. But, I mean, horror is a big genre, especially lately in gaming.
Oh, yeah, definitely lately.
But when those games started for me, the closest thing I had was Castlevania when I was a kid.
Such a good series.
I know. You need to start playing some of them.
I only played the ones that...
The first one.
No, because you were like, hey, you want to play a really fun game? And I'm like, oh, there's enemies everywhere. I can't fucking kill anybody or hit anything. And then the little jackals that come up and bite your ankles like children is just the scariest thing ever. I'm like...
In the first one? I mean, they're all really hard.
It was hard, but I was like, it's just scary. It's working. I'm scared.
But yeah, it was pretty light on stuff like that. You had Castlevania, you had... I don't really think there's too much. There's Sweet Home.
Oh, I was going to go into Sweet Home. That was one that I wanted to talk about.
Didn't come here. We have a copy here at the house. Mm-hmm. And we had that one night. We all played it. And
we got pretty far into it also. Yeah. See, for those of you who don't know, Sweet Home is a spiritual successor to the Resident Evil... Predecessor. Sorry. To the Resident Evil series. And I didn't really get into that until I started playing it. And you saw like the animation of the doors opening, things of that nature, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I like this. Yeah. But it was so good, especially for its time, because it came out in 86?
89, I think.
I think you're right.
89.
Followed by the movie made in Japan. But they had things, only Capcom can come up with things like that. You can break, like, turn-based horror is so unheard of back in that time period. And then they come out with this absolute banger, like the chandelier can fall on you. You have to pass a quick time event, stuff like that, breaking up the party. And as far as like these terrifying monsters that you fight, like Headless Man or like what was it, like ghoulish figure, or just it was so obscure that's what made it scary. Kind of fits into what I said like last week of the whole, effect like practical effects from like the 80s are scarier because it's from a different time. It's like a different time frame.
And they look better than crappy CG most of the time.
Oh, what, you don't like CG?
I don't mind CG. It has to look good.
No. Me personally, I love the CGI baby from Twilight. That thing was it was the actual most like terrifying thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't ever want to see that thing ever again.
Is it worse than Kristen Stewart never looking in the camera or making eye contact with people? Like she's such a terrible actress.
Wish you could see the face that Casey just made. He's snarling in disgust.
It looked like I just had a wet fart. That's what that face is. There was that. Which is funny, that game is more well regarded than the movie, which you watched.
I actually watched the movie.
Thanks, YouTube.
Yes, shout out to YouTube for not copyrighting that whole movie. But, it's funny because the game was actually adapted, like, it did better than the movie. For sure. They tweaked the game around to where it made more sense for it to be a video game versus the movie that was just like scary ghost meets fresco in a Wesker house. Best way I can describe it. The trip. It was a fever dream, but it was a good one. It was
early survival horror. Like you have different people who have different abilities to get through the thing. I mean, we had a lot of fun playing it. We got to get back into it at some point.
Yeah, we played with Jesse, and he figured out like all the puzzles so quick.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you play Final Fantasy for 47 years. But that's besides the point.
It's not that old yet.
I don't care. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get you. But yeah, there wasn't a lot. There was like the random like adaptations of like movies, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is a shitty platformer. There's the Frankenstein movie, which is also a shitty platformer.
And not to mention that really, Kid Dracula wasn't horrible.
Kid Dracula's really fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun little... That's Konami, that's Castlevania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or as they call it in Japan, Akamatsu Dracula, or something, Devil's Castle.
Oh, yeah, you were saying it. I had to stop
Dracula.
myself. I had to stop myself.
That's what it's called.
No, I know. But...
you had that, you had Friday the 13th on NES, and...
Oh, God.
That sucked.
Oh yeah, they were the horror movie franchises that
Friday the 13th,
yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th.
Halloween for the Genesis, though.
No, Halloween for the Atari.
It was the Atari. It was the damn. It was way back to the Atari.
Yeah, and that game sucks.
I thought it was the Genesis.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Atari 2600.
Oh yeah, where if you try to move 5 feet and you get stopped by a bike, that's it. Game over.
Thank you, James Rolfe, for that.
Thank you, James Rolfe. We love you. But
yeah, but it didn't really get good until the 90s.
oh, not to mention
You
Fester's
had-
Quest.
That's
We love Fester's Quest.
Oh no, we don't.
Well, you don't like the bubble gun that doesn't shoot in a straight line?
Dude, that was the worst. When you go to like a little choke point and you couldn't shoot because the gun was just going floop, floop, floop. And you're like, yeah, I didn't really like that one. It has a great soundtrack,
Oh yeah.
but just the gameplay was lacking.
It's like
That's not really horror. That's Addams Family. It's like comedy.
Would it be horror? I mean,
Sort of Jason, I guess.
I guess horror, Jason. Yeah, true.
But then we had, what was it, Clock Tower, which I've never played, but I heard those games.
I have seen so much gameplay of Clock Tower, especially with Dan Scissorman, that little scary dude with a big pair of scissors, which is kind of funny until he's running at you.
Yeah.
It's all funny games until you see this like 3'11" thing charging at you with a pair of gym shorts, just like I'm gonna cut you. Like, please step away from me. You smell bad.
Ew, that's nasty. But then we had, I think the Renaissance was probably when Resident Evil came out.
Oh, Resident Evil. Such an iconic series. I love that series more than I should.
Why? It's amazing.
I'm ashamed to say that I've never finished the first one. I've gotten very close on an emulator, but I never...
Well, we can play the GameCube remake, the 2002 one, which is way better than the original.
Remake.
Because you have better voice acting in that one than the PlayStation
That was
version.
the scariest thing about that game was voice acting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. What's this? It's blood! I hope it isn't Chris's blood.
It probably is, but I'll pretend it's not.
And what was the whole... Here, Joe, you take this. The Master of Unlock... What is it? The Master of Unlocking?
Here's a lockpick. It would be well for you, the Master of Unlocking, to take it with you.
That's so... Hello, Casey, this beer mixer is for you. The Master of Mixology. What a title.
Well, I didn't go to school for bartending, so I can't be that.
You don't need to. Screw it. But, anyway.
That was a revelation. I remember playing that, and there's a reason I got a PlayStation, because I had a friend that had a PlayStation. We played that, and then there was Silent Hill, of course, a big series.
I was watching a full playthrough of the Silent Hill 2 for the PlayStation 2. I was already... With the remake that came out recently, I got so frustrated because I was terrified that whole game. That is
We
one of
have
the
a good
few-
clip on this YouTube channel of us playing Silent Hill.
and freaking out.
And it's so
it's all
funny.
fun and games until they just did such a good job of, and this is my whole gripe, of creating terror, actual fear, as opposed to a cheap jump scare, because anybody can make a cheap jump scare. But when you don't know what is behind every corner, especially with those pairs of legs, like the two legs stacked on top of each other that can run.
We were playing and we saw him like sitting like leaning against the wall.
Yes.
He's like, there's a fucker right there, get him.
No, yeah, and then you start shooting at them, and then your light doesn't work, and then you're shooting at random in the dark,
Yeah.
and then you start screaming, you panic, and then you realize, okay, cool, it's dead. But you take a few whacks at it just to make sure with your crowbar.
I definitely.
Yeah,
crowbar.
shout out to James Sunderland for fighting things with a wooden plank and a nail.
And then he got
Good for
he
you.
got the lead pipe later.
Yeah, after he sacrificed it for to lock a door, which he could have used any branch for that or whatever.
That's true.
To each their own.
But yeah, that was those are good games. I never played them back. I think I played the first one back in the 90s, and it was like the camera angles. It was very unsettling. It was a different type of horror than Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It was definitely a lot more cerebral. And
It's terrifying.
they use camera angles and just different things to kind of make you like nervous and stuff. And it was pretty solid. There was also games like Fatal Frame, which I never played. What's other good horror franchises?
No, but one thing that did just elevate, like Silent Hill 2, the remake recently, was just the utter ambiance of just, and the mist, the music, the what is behind this fog, what is this thing creeping and crawling under the car. You didn't know what to expect. It was unsettling, and that to me is actually the scariest game I've ever played. Is Silent Hill 2 remake.
That, yeah,
Out of all the games that I've played, it has to be that.
Well, you
one.
just played Silent Hill F, right?
Oh yeah, no, Silent Hill F. It was more so on the jump scare aspect, but in my opinion, The story was just a tad bit better
Yeah.
than 2's story.
Okay.
It had its scary moments to where I screamed and threw the controller more times than I should have.
Yeah.
But even though there weren't guns in it, I liked the weapon degrading system.
Okay.
It was all so well done. But no, as far as like actual genuine fear, Silent Hill 2 has it. Like it. Oh my god. Ugh. The noise that the legs would make sounds like spiders clawing on walls. Oh my god! In the prison.
Oh
my god! Fuck
Dude,
the
when they're
prison.
crawling over the walls and stuff, I was like,
Remember? I think you were streaming or we were playing. And I'm like, Casey, look up, and then you're like, oh my god!
I was like, shoddy.
Like, no, yeah, God,
No, thank
Jesus.
you. No, thank you.
But one of I guess you could call it horror was back in my Xbox 360 days when I played Left 4 Dead 2.
I mean, it's horror.
It's zombies coming at you everywhere. It's all fun and games until a tank spawns in out of nowhere and you hear the bah, 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 and you're like, oh my god, and it's just not a good time.
Or when you accidentally disturb the witch. It's like, oh, let me go help this lady. Oh, that was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dead.
Yep. No. Another really good one from the 360 era was Dead Space.
I was gonna bring up Dead Space. Yes.
Dead Space did such a good job. They kind of almost did like a The Thing type of deal.
Yeah, so Dead Space reminds me of The Thing a little bit. Event Horizon, the movie for the 90s, a lot. Mm-hmm. And a little Alien mixed in with that.
A tad bit. You are in space, so...
Yeah. So yeah, like Event Horizon's a 1997 horror film directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who later did the Resident Evil movies and did Mortal Kombat. And it is about basically a haunted spaceship. A spaceship that went through a portal to hell and came back out.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, and
We're a good time.
it's a good flick. I watch it every year. It's got Lawrence Fishburne, it's got Sam Neill in it. It's a really good horror flick. It's underrated in my opinion, but Dead Space really reminds me of that movie a lot.
Yeah,
And, the remake is really good too.
Oh, the remake was amazing. I was with my brother while he was playing I watched him play the whole thing. But yes, it's the concept that you're stuck on the ship. It's like almost helplessness because you're stuck on a ship floating in space. You don't know where anything is, and you know these things are in the spaceship with you, kind of like Alien.
Yeah, a lot like Alien, but there's a lot more of them.
Mm-hmm. And they can bust out of the walls, take over your dead companions. It's scary. It's terrifying.
And then there's cool like lore building by reading the journal entries and listening to the audio recordings. And
I trusted you.
Yeah, good stuff.
Such a good scene. Such a good scene.
Another game that I think it's not really quite horror, but a little bit along the same lines as the first BioShock because of the tension.
There was that tension in BioShock also.
It's more of a thriller than a like straight up horror, but there's a lot of.
It scared me because I was younger and I didn't know what was going on.
And they'd jump around the corner and start.
Yeah,
attacking.
I'm like, why is everyone crazy? It makes you realize your fear of the unknown because you don't know what's going on. You don't know why these people went crazy. Why is there a city underwater? And until you realize everything that's happening, it just begs a question: would you kindly? But oh my, no, that one spooked me when I was a kid.
It's kind of. I mean, it's probably more horror than the other games, but yeah, that was a good one.
Even though it was semi-actiony, Resident Evil 4 did a good job of
it's got a good blend.
Also. No, yeah, it's got a good blend. Not like horror-inducing, but the grotesqueness of some of the monsters that you have to fight.
Ouroboros.
Salazar.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! How he just rips into a millipede. That was genuinely terrifying. I did not like that.
The fucking dead guy with the giant beard.
Yeah, when he popped his eyeball out and you just pick it up, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna take that with me.
Oh yeah, when he separates it and he's like hanging from the rafters trying to come. Oh my god!
No.
Also, another game where the remake is just as good as the original.
Oh my! No, that remake was so good, so good. It like switched genres half or like 3/4 of the way.
Yeah, it got really actiony towards the end. But.
Yeah, it felt like Mission Impossible at the very.
But
end.
it wasn't as bad as like 5, where it just.
Oh, what? You just punch rocks?
I doubt.
You boulder. Oh,
that was so bad. But no, like when you got to like the aircraft carrier in 5, and it just pretty much come to kill everything that moves game, and I'm like.
Oh no. Actually, I dare to say, by Resident Evil 7 was
perfection.
It was so good. It was so
tense.
One thing that scared me was like hearing the muffledness of like the voices when they're around the corner.
Yeah.
And you can't see them, but you can hear them. And it's like, Ethan! He's like chasing you in the house.
Oh, when Jack's chasing you.
When Jack's chasing you, yeah. And the
audio
was so...
crashing through walls.
The audio was too crisp, almost to where like the radio sounded like exactly like it was coming through your like a radio next to you.
I couldn't imagine playing that in VR like some people did.
Yeah, for those of you who play that on VR, shout out to you because I could not.
Nope.
No. I'm okay. No, thank you. But yeah, no. 8, Resident Evil 8 was good.
It wasn't as good.
It felt like medieval Resident Evil, but...
Yeah, they also definitely listened to people saying, oh, the last one was too scary. It's a horror game.
It's a horror game. How are you going to get mad if we deliver on what you ask for?
Yeah.
It's a scary horror
game. So that's
game.
why with 9, they're going back to being scary again.
I want it to be I saw some gameplay of 9, and it looked so good.
Yeah, it does look really good.
The fact that you can switch between first and third person.
Yeah, it's a good way to increase tension depending on how you feel, which is really awesome.
First person is scary because your peripheral isn't as big, so you can't really see everything that's inside. You can just hear it, which in my opinion is a lot scarier also.
And there's one that you know a little bit more about because you've played at least one of the games. Alone in the Dark's a big.
Oh!
But that was back. I think the original game predates Resident Evil.
It does. It definitely does. Alone in the Dark. I picked it up blindly because I was
the new one.
Yeah, the new one. The one that came out 2024, I think, last year.
With David Harbour.
Yeah, the one with David Harbour, which he did great in that, by the way. It was cool because you get to pick which character you want to play as. They have different stories, so it adds for replayability. But at the same time, when you they kind of have like an Alan Wake type deal where there's like a horror world, like a dark world kind of, like the Upside Down kind of from Stranger Things, one of those. And you just getting thrown around, mixed around with it, lost, not knowing what's going on, to kind of get a loose concept as to what exactly is going on. But in the meantime, you got these creepy crawlers coming from everywhere. Resource management, which if you run out of bullets, then you better hope you have a pipe or a gardening hose or something. I don't know. Anything.
I have to play that sometime soon because I gave it away free a couple months ago.
It's free right now.
It
came out with Alan Wake 2
that's
this
right.
month.
Speaking of that, that's what, if you watch the stream over at twitch.tv/Crazies681, cheap plug, you'll notice that I've been playing that for like 4 or 5 days.
No, the Alan Wake 2 is such a good game. They once again, having a fear of the unknown, like when you're walking around when you're in New York as Alan Wake.
Oh, that was really cool.
And you see like the shadows. You get close to them and they're like, Wake.
Yeah, that was freaky.
And you don't know if they're actual enemies or if
that's true.
Or if they're just like background.
You're like trying to walk past them and one just shoves you and you're like, oh, that's a bad guy.
You're just like turning the corner like you do 100 times, and then one of them just pushes you to the ground. You're like, oh.
Yeah, that was
not fun.
That is really, really well done with the writing and stuff. Like, I streamed it, was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday.
I did it for 5 hours?
Yeah, I did it for 5 hours over a course of a 6-pack. That was I didn't mean to drink that whole 6-pack, but I did.
What kind of 6-pack was it?
It was a Wicked Weed Pernicious Haze. So it was
what percent was it?
It was around 6.8.
Jeez, yeah, you were...
But I didn't feel it until I stopped playing. I was like, oh.
That's valid.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I'm taking a break from it. We're going to play some other stuff, but we're going to get back to it. And I really want to get the Silent Hill done, get Dead Space finished up.
Oh, yeah, you have a few you got to finish.
Yeah, like I said, I still want to get Ghost of Yotei, but I'm going to wait a little bit.
I have Ghost of Yotei.
I know you do.
We went to the worst place in the entire world to go get it.
Yes, we are against GameStop these days.
You know what? That's a topic for another day. Don't let me start my... How are you going to put the freaking protection plan on the game...
And not tell me.
Like,
that's a bad practice, man.
That's BS-ery. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
That's some shit.
Yes. And you know what? He had the nerve to tell me. Did you want to renew your PlayStation or your GameStop membership? You saved $100 last year.
They always they have to. It's part of their job.
I mean, sure. At least he told me about that, but he didn't tell me that he put the protection plan on there.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I'm like, I don't need the protection plan.
Yeah, you definitely said that.
Yeah, I was not having it. I
understand that.
Jeez, let me pay for my thing and go.
Right.
It should be that easy. Anyway, back to horror.
Anyway.
I'm trying to think of some other really, really good
Jesus,
horror games.
When I was younger, for whatever reason, Batman Begins on the PS2.
Is that really over?
It's really over.
Yes.
It's over, Joker.
No, that one. Since I was like younger, it scared me because it felt too real.
Yeah,
it felt way too real for a PS2 game because there was like a fear meter. You know, you got to see like the dude's heart rate. It was going crazy whenever you get close to him.
You know, they had a sequel. They were supposed to do a sequel.
Really?
And it got canceled because it was going to be like open world, like
Arkham
Asylum did later.
Like so early though on the PS2.
On the PS2, they were trying to do it.
Huh.
Yeah. And it got canceled because I think the first game didn't do as well as they'd hoped.
Interesting.
I saw some footage. It looked pretty good. But yeah. They later used that in Arkham too because you could freak the fuck out of those guys.
It scared me because there was like it was like a small chance that would happen. If the guy's heart rate is like above like 150, there could be like a small chance that when Batman like closes in to do like a finisher, normally you see him like walking towards you menacingly, but like out of like hysteria or something like that, they would see you coming and you would not be like a bat. Like it would just be like your flesh and your muscle, like a zombie.
Yeah, it was the Scarecrow. Remember
something like that.
Remember when Scarecrow saw Batman with the fear?
Yes.
Yeah, he looked like a monster.
I think it was something like that. Yeah, but you were like this grotesque monster, and it was like fear-inducing. I had to put the controller down a few times because I'm like,
this is really scary. I don't like this.
Oh yeah, you were a youngin'.
I was a youngin'.
A youngin' boy.
Now I'm an oldin'.
Stop saying that because it makes me even older.
Hey man, I wake up and my back hurts. Okay, I can say that.
That's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's everybody.
But no, yeah, that one.
Here's a good one. Would you consider Doom to be a horror?
No.
I
wouldn't. I wouldn't consider it because I am the horror. My name is Doom Slayer. I'm ripping these demons in half with my bare hands.
Yeah,
dude.
that's true.
Like
it's like a horror adjacent, but not quite horror.
It is horror adjacent, but like for the demons, for the bad guys, because you're just playing as this like monster of a man, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
No, I would not consider that one horror at all. I feel like there's another one that came out recently that we
missed. If you guys once again watch the stream, we played Crow Country, which you
Crow Country,
which looks like a PS1 game.
So Crow Country is an indie. It's like an indie horror game, very Resident Evil 1 with resource management, puzzles. You have to find 3 keys to get into this one place.
Yep.
You have like the iconic like item selection screen with the sound effects.
Yeah, they did
so really well done. Such a good story. I played through it twice.
They did a really good job with that. We had a lot of fun when we played it a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, with Maya, aka the girl who dressed up as Tifa with purple hair and just didn't fight anything. She just blasted everything.
Yeah. So anyway, I started blasting.
But. No, and for an indie game, I saw like I sent it to Hampton actually.
Oh, did you?
And he downloaded it that same day.
Yeah,
I actually texted him.
He was like, "I'm just gonna buy this for you so you can play it." I'm like, "Okay."
I literally I paid the $10. It was on sale, it was like $10.
Well, that's good.
I was like, that's not bad at all.
I'm not gonna turn down a free game, guys. This is like Barbie Horse Adventure. I might not want to play that one.
I'm playing Hello Kitty. What is it? What is that game? Hello Kitty Island Adventure on the PC.
That's
Butters from South Park.
I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Oh man, that's Scooby.
10 out of 10.
20 out of 20.
But yeah, no, there was. Oh my god, there were other ones that I know. I've played so many games.
You play a lot of indie horror. What are you playing now? You playing?
Oh, how could I forget? So as of right now, recently I got a few friends together, and we all actually. I begged them to play Phasmophobia with me. If you don't know what it is, Phasmophobia is essentially a horror game to where you buy items. You're basically ghost explorationists or ghost hunters, I guess. You go into like remote, scary areas, and you have to figure out what type of ghost it is using a variety of evidence, such as a ghost writing book, UV light, EMF detector, a whole bunch of stuff. But the thing is that the ghost room could pop up anywhere, and it's all fun and games. You think you have enough evidence until out of nowhere, all the doors in the house close and lock, and it starts hunting you. And since the only thing you have to defend yourself with is a stick of incense that you just like kind of rub it in their face, like get out of here, go away, I don't want to touch you. And then they just kind of like screw off in the other direction and gives you like a chance to hide. But that one, you can upgrade your items, get stronger tiers of things also, and it just does such a good job of scaring you. You'll hear like forks and plates being thrown in the other room. You have a camera system, so it makes you feel like you're playing paranormal. What is it?
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're playing a game of that. But it's so well done. There's a new map coming out called Hell's Diner.
Oh,
which I'm very excited for. It comes out November 11th.
Okay.
I have it marked on my phone for that reason.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that one, it makes you like, it scares you to the point you cringe quietly in your chair. Like, no, literally, I'm just like, okay. And, when it takes we play with proximity chat, and you can talk to people on the radio.
Yeah.
So, like, through your headphones or whatever you play as, you just hear, yeah, I'm going to the room. And then when the ghost is hunting, the radio just cuts to static, and then you just don't know if your friend is dead or not. You don't know until you don't hear their voice anymore.
Okay.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing with Jesus, and like we were it was just me and him running a very, very difficult one. And I thought I was doing well. We were investigating, and then I don't hear from him for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, Jesus, are you in? Jesus, what? And I go into the basement of the house we're investigating, and his body's just on the floor.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I've been alone this whole time. It like sent a shiver up my spine. Yeah. I try to get anybody to play that game with me.
I got you.
I love that game.
There's also Outlast. They're both pretty good.
Outlast is good.
But you can't really like kick anybody's ass, so that's what I don't
You
like
can't, but it's because like if I had something to defend myself with, or some sort of like system to defend myself with besides closing a cabinet door in front of me,
Yeah.
I would feel like it's not a walking simulator.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's a scary walking simulator, and I mean, not that there's some games that are like really, really good, but with that one, for like horror, I just feel like I need some way. And I know that people make the argument of, it's the fact that you can't defend yourself that makes it so scary. No, it just makes me die and go back to the place that I just was. That's not fun.
I gotcha. I got another good one that I'm going to deep cut this one. I don't even know if you remember these games. Did you ever play The Condemned?
No.
Oh, man.
What is The Condemned?
It was a survival horror game where basically, like, you kept going to these places trying to track down a murderer, and there was these crazy people in every building. It's all melee. It's all melee weapons.
It feels like you're in New York or something like that.
Yeah, it's all abandoned shit.
Everything's
You've got like you basically have to beat up people with like lead pipes,
like crowbars and shit like
car doors, stop signs.
I think I remember that.
Condemned Criminal Origins. It was creepy
that's the name.
hell.
I've seen it, but I've never played it.
I walked into a room one time, and this is like on the 360. I walk in a room, and there's those like store mannequins, and you like turn, come back, and they're in different places.
Oh hell!
And I turn around one time, they're all around.
Hell
like,
no!
There was this one room. I remember this one part. I died. I walked in this room where there's an abandoned pool, and all of a sudden, like stuff starts happening, and I died. So I reloaded and started back over, and then I did it when the shit started getting weird. I said, "Nope." I turned back around. I'm just not gonna do this part. I came back
It's getting weird.
and
I'm leaving.
I came back later, and I was like, "Oh, let me just get what I need to get out of this room now." And it's fine. It was a creepy game. Another really, really good reference point for games like that is Eternal Darkness on the GameCube back in the day.
Yeah, I got that.
I know you haven't played that. It was really, really good. I thought about getting a GameCube and getting it, but it's really expensive now. And it's a really cool horror game. It's highly acclaimed. It's a pretty popular one. And you should definitely check it out if you ever see it. It's like
I think I might emulate it.
It's different time periods. And there's a story building throughout those time periods. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. You go to some of the same locations like 2 or 3 times in different time eras, so they're different.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you start off with like a Roman soldier who gets possessed by like monsters and shit. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
That's an interesting concept.
And they have sanity effects. So like there's a sanity meter. It gets higher up, you start seeing weird shit. Like I walked in a room and it said, "Your memory card has been erased." What? Oh my god! And then it goes back to the game. I was like, "You fucking." The blue screen of death, and I was like, "What?" My favorite one ever was I walk in this room and my character's head falls off. And then he picks it up and it's like, you have acquired your head. And I was like, what? And then it goes,
this is the same game.
Yeah, and then it flashes and it goes to the character. And he's like, this is not happening. Yeah. I walked into a room one time and I was a zombie.
What the fuck?
It was some wild. They had some really cool sanity effects. It was a lot of fun. It's a very, very, very classic game from the early GameCube era. And I really wish they would have made a sequel because it was a lot of fun.
I've seen someone play it before, but from what I saw, the combat system looked pretty crisp.
Yeah, you could target limbs.
That's what it was.
So I'd like chop their arms off and then cut their.
You said limbs, and you made me think about that Dead Space type game to where you dodge by like this. Callisto Protocol.
It's made by the makers of Dead Space.
Yes, and it felt like they wanted it to be Dead Space, but they didn't. It was. I give it like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a decent game. There's a lot of flaws, but it looks...
It looks good.
Fantastic.
It looks really good. But I mean, if all I have to do is to dodge the enemy's attacks, is go
dodge
left,
right,
and go
dodge
right,
left,
and go
then
left,
attack.
and then cha-cha slide, and then go right, and go left. And I'm like...
There was one room in that, the last time I played it, it was like this... They had these giant, like... It looked like a giant meat grinder, and I was like... All these enemies started coming. I was like, oh, I just telekinesis them into the meat grinder.
No, yeah. Oh, there was a telekinesis thing also.
Yeah.
I was like, pick up, throw. Pick up, throw.
I mean, it's got some tense moments, but yeah, it definitely wasn't as good as anticipated. But it looked...
No, it looked really good.
I
think I bought it for like... It was on sale for like $10.
I got it free on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Plus.
No, yeah.
Might have to try it again sometime in the near future. So.
Mm-hmm. No, that one was really fucking... it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was a good like waste of 6 hours.
It wasn't the end all be all. We thought it was gonna be amazing because it's got to make Dead Space. But yeah, I don't know if he like ran out of money or
if they ran out of money.
That's happened with games before.
Oh yeah, it's like we're doing good. Hey, we have negative $3.
That explains Xenogears on the PlayStation 1. Like you get to the third disc and it's like, oh well, we're just gonna tell you what we. So then we went over here and I was like, well, I want to play that. Why am I not playing that? Oh, they ran out of money.
We'll give you a recap real quick.
We'll give you a recap and a boss battle.
Well, yeah, that's all you get. Sorry, that's all that comes with the third disc.
But yeah, that's just some of the stuff we got going on right now. Being October, been playing a lot of spooky season.
Scary skeletons.
Yeah, David has pumpkins too, man. Any questions?
My God, no. But
yeah, we're gonna probably do another one in the near future, talking about some movies. I gotta watch a few more horror movies and work on a couple things, but I want to do at least another horror movie version of this podcast coming up soon because we hit our little 30-minute mark. So we're gonna go ahead and call it an evening. I'm gonna probably be streaming a little bit later, something. Well, we'll see.
On the week.
No, I gotta take a break.
Yeah, you need to.
I did it like 4 fucking days of it.
You need to beat the butthole monster. And
oh yeah, Leviathan's tingly butthole.
Oh, what? You don't like balancing your inner ears from going crazy while fighting off projectiles?
I didn't have a problem with this. It's like when it gets to the part where he's throwing projectiles at me and the little tentacles are coming out and attacking me, I just I lose track and I die.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
But yeah, that's just some stuff we got going on at the House of Jones, the Haunted House of Jones month. May continue, may spill into November, just so you guys know, because I like this stuff.
Horror media is an all year round thing.
Yeah, it really is. I want to get some reviews up on the channel of movies that I've been watching too. So we'll keep plugging away and getting this audience back. I appreciate people that have come back, people who have been here and supported me over the past 13 years of the podcast. Sorry for the edit, guys. My mic turned off in the middle of talking, but yeah, the mic was 13 years.
No, you're done.
Yeah, I know. I'm not done.
The mic is tired. She's sleepy.
I'm tired, Dad. But thanks for watching the podcast, guys. I hope you really enjoy. Give us a like, follow, subscribe if you would like to see more. Also, drop a couple good recommendations for horror games in the comments, and maybe I'll try to play them. But once again, y'all, I appreciate you very much. Shall see you very, very soon. Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.